Hello, New York! Welcome back to another episode of WillOnAWhim. My name is Will, and today I'm going to be making a video that I kind of stumbled into. I was realizing the other day, like, dang, I really wish I knew this like 5 years ago, because maybe I wouldn't have had to spend so much money, spend so much time doing my hair and buying things for it. I wrote them down, sister. We just gonna just get into it. If you're new here, 5 years ago, my hair was a lot longer. Okay, I got a haircut maybe a year ago where I cut it hella short. And one out of the maybe 10 reasons I did that was because I just was not liking my hair.
Well, her wig was big. I guess that explains it, but it
didn't have no shape or nothing. It was just like the same thing that I've been having for past weeks. But I realized, and this is the first tip, that when I'm quote unquote bored of my hair or I don't like my hair because I'm pinning it up, I look at it from the side, you know what I mean? I'm taking a picture from the top.
Oh, broke the camera because I'm ugly.
It don't look good to me. I realize, actually, that's just a sign that you need to go call the lady.
What lady?
Go call that lady and get a trim. Get it a little bit shaped up. You don't need to cut your whole thing off. A little trim, a little shape up, and you will start to love your hair. And this is me coming off the heels of my last video, where I guess that would segue into tip number 2, where I actually gave myself a trim, and it wasn't even crazy. Like, I've had some pieces of hair that would just like hang really long here, or in the back, one would be sticking out, ends on my curls that were just thin, frayed up, you know what I'm saying? Every piece of hair going this way and that way. So I invested in some shears and I cut that hole myself. Boom.
Oh my God.
It be so scary, like cutting off your own hair. It don't hurt, ho. It feels a little spooky.
Spooky.
Cutting your own hair and looking at your hair and being like, okay, well, I just did that. Cause it feels like you're cutting off a part of you, but ain't no nerve endings in there. So that's tip number 2, is I wish I knew I could just cut off that little piece of hair that's bothering me every single wash day. I would like my hair just a lot better. Let's see, tip number 3, dandruff shampoo. The girls know I've been dealing with dandruff for so long. I tried everything. I was trying apple cider vinegar rinses and all this stuff, and that was stinky. In my research over the past 5 years, I found 2 things that work for me. Is any product that has zinc pyrithione as the main active ingredient, or selenium sulfide. I actually like selenium sulfide a little bit better, but the real tip here is that you gotta use dandruff shampoo if you have dandruff, okay? Not everybody has it. There are a lot of things that present like dandruff, but they're not dandruff. Seborrheic dermatitis, you can have psoriasis of the scalp, contact dermatitis, which is pretty much like an allergy to something that you're putting on your hair, or you could even just be dealing with dry scalp, but that's besides the point. You gotta use the dandruff shampoo consistently over time. To really see like drastic results, you got to use it like every single week. I use my dandruff shampoo twice a week. I wash twice a week. It keeps the microbiome on your scalp just intact and calm. Just be calm. Girl, be calm. Which segues nicely. Girl, we doing a lot of segueing up in here, huh? Let's get into it. But for real, segues nicely into the next tip, which is I can wash my hair more than once a week or once every 2 weeks, which is what the natural hair community was screaming back in the day. And I think I probably said that once or twice myself.
Ooh, me?
But over time I realized, girl, that's just not enough for me. I need to wash my hair actually twice a week. With the way my scalp is set up, you'll be fine. And your hair will be fine as well. As long as you're not using a different shampoo every time you're like washing your hair, because different shampoos be having different strengths, different pHs. My hair can't take all that. My hair is sensitive to like a whole bunch of changing of pHs. I was just reviewing a ton of different shampoos all the time, just willy-nilly. And I really think it contributed to the damage that my hair sustained in around, I can't remember the last haircut I got before last year, but whenever I did that, I remember my hair being so damaged.
This wig got the gold mine.
Which brings me to another tip. We scream about heat damage and color damage, but we don't talk about the damage you causing, ho. Yeah. Mechanical damage that you're causing to your hair because of how rough you are with your hair. What? A lot of the damage to my hair was my fault. People are really quick to blame the thing that they bought for the damage in their hair. And when I say damage, I mean, for me at least, it's like breakage, which leads to things like hair in the middle of your head being a lot shorter than the rest of your hair, or when you go to do a blowout, half of that thing is see-through.
Where's your hair?
But it can be helpful to look at how you're detangling your hair, what tool you're using to detangle your hair, and whether or not that's causing some breakage, because your hair is listen.
They can listen to me.
Especially if you have fine hair like me, these little strings, sister, like individually, they're not that strong. So when you're detangling, and especially if you're using a product to detangle your hair that's not pH balanced and your hair is elastic, you know how sometimes you can pull on your hair and it's like ooh girl, my hair is hella elastic. Like it's like a rubber band. That's a situation that you might want to avoid, you know, detangling when your hair is in that state, because you can cause a lot of breakage. I know some of y'all, I mean, back in the day, I remember I would detangle my hair and I would hear like pop, 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 screw, pop, pop. What the hell? That's literally your hair popping off and breaking off. 5 years ago, I was just using a detangling comb with like some conditioner. But I think what's best for my hair is detangling at each step in my routine very lightly with my fingers, or with, I just got this new thing. I can't talk about it yet, but I got this new tool that kind of helps me in the shower. The teeth for my tool are like wide apart, which is necessary. I can't be having them small, tiny teeth on them combs. That's raking straight through the knots, pulling my hair out. I can't have that.
That shit hurt.
Okay, the next tip is definitely one I wish I knew 5 years ago. Mousse just requires less water. It just requires less water. You cannot approach a mousse how you would a gel. A gel requires a lot more water. Gel can handle all of that water, and in fact, it likes it. You get a lot more definition that way. But with the mousse, if you put more water, you get a lot less definition. That whole frizzes up fast. For the longest time, because my habits were formed around gel, I would do my hair like right out the shower because my hair was already soaking wet. But when I switched to mousse and I was still doing that, I was like, I like this product, but why is my hair so frizzy like the next day?
I need to know what's going on. If you work at the Pentagon, let a bitch know.
And then one day, literally by an accident, I put my my hair towel on after the shower. I went to go eat food and I forgot that I had to do my hair. I was like, wait,
Must have forgot.
Oh God, I still gotta do my hair. And it was like 9 o'clock at night. I was so upset. So I just rushed and did my hair with some, I just put some mousse in there, but I didn't add any extra water. So because I took so long to get back to my hair was no longer soaking wet. It was just like kind of damp. I threw that mousse in there and immediately I saw so much more definition and I was so shook, and it lasted longer than 1 day.
Just one.
So yeah, less water for mousse, more water for gel. And I know somebody's gonna ask me, well, what do you do? Because they asked me this on TikTok. What do you do if you use gel and mousse together? Which I would say, I don't know.
What?
Because I ain't do that, I haven't done that. Maybe somebody in the comments can help you figure that out. But I am gonna try, because y'all been screaming like, you need to use the Big Papa gel with the Do Mousse Def.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna put those two together and just see what the tea is. Off Rick though, ho, to me, I'm like, y'all must be Daddy Warbucks, because y'all, those are both two expensive products and y'all wanna use both of them at the same time. It's like, now I gotta spend twice as much. No, I'm just not doing. I don't need my hair to be so defined that it's sharp. Curls so defined they cut in the back of my neck. I don't need that. But who knows? Maybe I'll try it out and I'll love it. The next tip is that I don't need to air dry. Oh my God. I feel like the girls still are air drying and I want to like hold your hand, you know what I'm saying?
Hello.
And get you a modern element, sit down, roll your hair dryer, the one with the shield that comes down and it turns on automatically when you do that, and you put it back up and it turns off. That's the one I got. All right. And I love it. I'm gonna link it down below. But when I tell you air drying has fixed two of like the main issues that I was facing. One, scalp issues. Keeping all that product in my hair and keeping it wet for too long, I think maybe contributed to some like scalp issues. I don't know, I can't really prove that one, but it sounds right. Girl, it sounds right.
That's right.
But two, the main thing I was really dealing with was the time.
We have to sit out here and wait a long periodically time.
Air drying your hair, especially if you have gel or some heavy product in there, takes so long, which is one of the things that made me switch to mousse, was because mousse dry hella fast. But when you use a sit down hair dryer or you invest in a diffuser, you can get your hair done, put the product in it, you know what I'm saying? Dry your hair and be done. Done! In like an hour. That is amazing to me. I think it's just so much better, my hair, my scalp. But also, if the girls are like, oh my God, like come out to dinner with us, or oh my God, I have a friend I want you to meet. And I'm like, dang, my hair's not done. But I know if I do my hair right now, it's gonna take me 7 hours to air dry, because that's literally how long it would take back in the day. But now I know I can sit under the dryer and be done and ready to go. Another thing I wish I knew 5 years ago, because then I would have known it like a month ago, because honestly, I didn't learn this until last month. Every time I sat under that hooded hair dryer or I used my diffuser, I would have it on high heat. And I would be burning the back of my neck, but my hair would dry hella fast, so I was like, oh, that's fine. It's pretty hurts.
You're still pretty.
But a few wash days ago, I think it was the Big Papa gel that I used for a washing go, And I didn't want to sit underneath the hair dryer that was on high heat because I felt like the gel was a little bit heavier and I didn't want to flash dry my hair because my hair was like elongated. I felt like I wouldn't get as much pop factor. So I turned the heat down and I was like, we're just gonna do it low and slow. So I sat underneath the hair dryer for like 20, 30 minutes. A very long time. I put the heat setting on low. I almost forgot I was underneath that hole because usually I know I'm under there too long because my neck is on fire. But I was fine. And I loved it. My hair got fully dry. Usually it'll dry fast at the top, but then I have to go on with my diffuser and dry underneath, you know, because the airflow was coming from the top. So yeah, that's just another tip. Just lower the heat. Let's see. Okay, girl, we got like 3 left. Another one is do not discount or sleep on liquid leave-in conditioners, because them holes actually, I think, work better with a lot of your gels, because the girls be like, oh my God, I use this leave-in conditioner or this curly cream underneath my gel and then it flaked up. Like I can't get this gel to not flake up. Sometimes it's like, just use a liquid leave-in conditioner, a spray one. Now, hey, there's still a chance that those products don't mix.
So you can't have that when the edges is in Africa and the back is in China, them continents don't meet.
And they coagulate and they flake up, which that's part of the next tip. But honestly, after taking care of my own hair for 10 plus years, them creamy leave-in conditioners are good, but when you want like maximum definition, I feel like they kind of block the definition. 50-50 chance that it might work or might not work. You can find combinations that work pretty well, but for the most part, a liquid leave-in conditioner could work. I discounted it for the longest time because I was like, that's not for my hair. That's for like, girl, that's for them other people's hair. But when I think of products like the Mousse Def or even the Big Papa Gel that have conditioners built into them and they work so well for my hair, I'm like, well, okay, I could just use something that has a conditioning agent that doesn't have all the oils and the butters and still feel like my hair is gonna be moisturized and defined. Okay, hello folks, welcome to the mid-show break. Girl, I don't know, I just feel like we needed to break this up a little bit. Tip after tip after tip. Maybe we can talk products that I've not only been liking, but loving. If you've watched this channel for a while, you already know what the tea is. But for people who are still looking for hair products that I might recommend, here we go. First up, we got the Mousse Def from The Dew. This is also called a texture foam. It clumps your hair together. It gives you a nice shiny finish. Your hair is moisturized. The only thing about this is that you can't use too much water or else your hair will frizz up pretty fast. It retails at $16, $17. I'll link it down below. It's great, but if you're looking for a dupe, you can get this Eco Style 5-in-1 styling foam. Okay. I love. It's $9.99. I think it's only sold at Walgreens. I'll link it down below if I can. But for me, it goes toe-to-toe with the Dew Mousse Def. Slightly different ingredients, not a black-owned company, so you know, make your own decisions there. But the shine is there, the moisture is there, and you get more of it for less money. Next up, we have also from The Dew, we have this Bananas Extreme Gel. I love this stuff. The only thing I don't like about it is how hard it is to get out of the freaking bottle. Like this should not be in a squeeze bottle. It should be in a jar. And I can transfer it to a jar, but it's been annoying me so much that it's just been in my cabinet. This gives you a ton of definition, virtually no frizz, but not as much clumpage as you would get if you used a mousse or some other gel. The shine is there and the hold is definitely there. I love this. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. However, it does smell like bananas and a lot of people apparently don't like that. So if that's you, sorry, baby girl. We also have the Chief Rocker from The Dew, and I know I talk about The Dew a lot. It's because literally all their products I feel like were made specifically for me. I be gagged every single time I try new products. This is honestly Dew Mousse Def 2.0, and not even like because it's better, but because it's the same thing. To me! I don't see so drastic of a difference that this is somehow so different from the Dew Mousse Def. So it still gives you the shine and the clumpage, and it's fast in terms of applying and drying. This is the bread hair gel. You don't see me using this a lot because I actually like this on my hair when it's longer because it's a botanical gel and it's best applied in the shower, right as your hair is like soaking wet. And I don't know, with longer hair, it was just easier to apply this. So I'm gonna insert a picture here. I know, girl, it's a little thirst trap, but this is literally the only picture I have with this stuff in my hair. It was a delicious, easy experience. So, and it's a one and done. We also have the Big Papa Gel from The Dew. For me, this gives a similar finish as the Dew Mousse Def, but with the hold of a gel. You'll get that clumpage, you'll get that shine, but this requires a lot more water and it takes a little bit more time to apply. Now, if I talk about them stylers, I'm going to talk about how I clean them out of my hair. Every time I wash my hair, I use the Heritage by Mindy McKnight if I have it on deck. This is their anti-dandruff shampoo. They have one in the same bottle, but it's just for dry scalp, so you really gotta pay attention to what's on the bottle. This has selenium sulfide in there, so it's really an effective treatment for dandruff. And it's clarifying, so it gets all of that product out of my hair so that I can make way to replenish moisture. Speaking of moisture, I also go in with the moisturizing shampoo from Sacred. Oh my God, this is like a delicious detangling experience. The ingredients are really good. There's some stuff in there that fortify your hair strands, like protein-wise, and there's so much slip so you can detangle with your shampoo. For drying my hair after I style, I like to sit in my sit-down hair dryer from Modern Elements. I'm gonna link that down below. It has ionic technology to reduce frizz. It rolls around, girl. That's honestly so tea. It just rolls around and it's adjustable in terms of height. So I could just roll it out of my closet, sit down, use it, and roll it right on back. I love it. Probably literally number one in terms of my favorite investments in my hair. I also have multiple of these leaf and hair dryers. They're like Dyson dupes. They cost so much less, but they're just as powerful. All the attachments are magnetic. It doesn't come with a comb attachment. I know a lot of people like that, but this I think is perfect for me, somebody who just diffuses. And with that, that's pretty much all I had to say. Let's get back into the tips. Okay, so the next thing I wish I knew 5 years ago is all of the causes of flaking. Not necessarily your scalp flaking off, but that too, honestly. But mostly like your product flaking. And this is where I feel like we gotta talk, okay?
Here you go.
I feel like we gotta talk because we gotta unlearn a lot of the things that the natural hair community taught us back in the day. Not because we are against the natural hair community, girl, or anything like that. And honestly, we revere that time and those sisters, period, who were helping us. But we were all just learning our way, sharing our tips. And a lot of the things we realized were just like not necessarily one size fits all, thoroughly tested or studied. So when I'm thinking about how so many of us have had and still deal with products flaking off of our hair, I'm thinking about all of the root causes that lie within the advice we were giving to each other during like 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. The first one is we shouldn't wash your hair more than once every 2 weeks. When you don't wash that stuff out your hair, and I'm gonna use my TED Talk hands for this, you're gonna be caught, you got buildup in there. So when you keep putting product on your hair, not thoroughly, routinely washing that stuff out, stylers are gonna sit on top of your hair, crust up, and flake off. Which takes me to another thing, which is we used to put so much product in our hair and we used to joke about it all the time. It was part of the fabric of our community, this kind of comedy of ignoring the instructions on the back of hair products and ignoring that dime size recommendation, right, and just digging the whole hand in there and just putting it all on our hair. Because we were like, that is not enough for our curly hair. That's right. But in doing that, I think there's been this kind of enduring habit to use more than necessary. 5 years ago, I used to put so much Wetline Extreme Gel. I was using so much of it, gobs and gobs. And when you do that, some of that product just sits on top and it flakes off. So the answer is to just use a little bit less. Oh, I forgot to say another thing that is kind of part of like not washing your hair enough. Washing your hair with a clarifier. Like you need a robust system of cleansers to actually clean products out of your hair. A lot of the gels that we use and stuff have things in them that cling to our hair on purpose to protect it or to give it shine, things like dimethicone, silicones. You need something with like chelating ingredients or something that is like a clarifier. Again, back in the day, the natural hair community was like, no sulfates, use co-washes, everything needs to be sulfate free.
Savannah, slow down.
And I think that's where we started to have so many scalp issues and all this stuff. Yep. Sister, all this flaking of the product, all this stuff I think happened because we were like, don't wash your hair. Huh? It's so spooky to me now that I think back to those days. We were just causing a lot of buildup. You know, it was all in good faith, good intentions, but I think we don't hear anything about like co-washes and sulfate-free messaging has died way down because they're just not robust enough for the needs of our hair. And the last reason would be like mixing all them products together. We used to like cocktail so many things back in the day. And I mean, still today we hear things about cocktailing. You might be experiencing some flaking because of the leave-in conditioner from this other line from a whole different company that you're mixing with this gel from a whole other company or from a different line.
Looking fabulous!
You just gotta be a little bit more cognizant that sometimes products are formulated to work within the ecosystem of the line. And that rings more true with maybe science-based hair care. Because you know, there's still a market for people who want products that are just shea butter and tea tree oil. And that's absolutely no shade, it's just be mindful of the products that you're mixing. Oh, This is one I keep forgetting. I really wish I knew this 5 years ago, but I wish I could remind myself every month, every week, honestly. You can rehydrate a lot of these stylers. Midweek, like if you go to the gym and your hair frizzes up or something, or you get caught in the rain or something and you're like, dang, I just did my hair. You can honestly just put water back in your hair. Like just spritz your hair with some water and start like, you know, as if you were putting product in your hair, rubbing it through, and you'll slowly see that product rehydrate and then your curls will come back. I did this the other day when I think I had to film something and I was like, wait, I forgot. I can just add some more water to this and get a quote unquote fresh wash and go. It's very easy to just rehydrate the stuff that's already in your hair. You would be gagged and gooped to know. Okay, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this, 10 plus tips of things that I wish I knew 5 years ago, because I would have saved some money and some time. I'm gonna link down below my hair dryer, my hooded hair dryer, my favorite gels, my favorite mousse, all that stuff. But I hope you enjoyed this video, liked it, and learned something. Definitely give it a big old thumbs up. That helps me a lot. And if you want to stick around, be my friend, be my homie, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me everywhere online, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Patreon. Just don't follow me in real life, or I'll detangle it dry. Yeah, I'm gonna grab your head and I'm gonna detangle it dry. Hope to see y'all back here real soon for another episode of WillOnAWhim. But until then, bye.